Yeah, so you like put it on your home screen.
Holy shit.
It's like MySpace.
Holy shit.
On your home screen.
Oh my god.
Is
MySpace Home.
Is Justin Timberlake supporting this?
It's only Justin Timberlake and Tom.
Nice.
And Tom, they're the only two.
You only get notifications from Justin Timberlake and Tom, and you swipe them aside. And there's like a little like MySpace record that you can
Yeah.
kinda,
So
like, touch.
every time that a Korean cover of Justin Timberlake's 2020 Experience comes out, you can find out about it first.
Yeah.
On what devices?
Only on the Palm Pre.
What about
Palm
the Pixie?
Pre 2 and the Pixie. It's for WebOS only.
WebOS only. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you could actually get it on the the HP touchpad too. That's a pretty relevant device.
I hear you can find those for pretty cheap these days.
Yeah. Well, MySpace Home sounds so cool. I'm really excited
to play with this. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna grab my Palm because that's the one device I haven't bought.
It really is.
I'm quite excited to play with this. Like
Yes.
I haven't been so interested in MySpace
It's a huge leap forward.
I mean,
in like 5 minutes.
everyone knows MySpace.
You guys,
is making
it's
a
not. It's
comeback.
not about apps anymore. It's about
experience
people
It is about
and
people.
bands and really crappy bands
and
and
great
people,
high
too.
school metal bands. Hey everybody, welcome to TechBuzzed, your raw and slightly inebriated look into the world of technology. I'm Nick Smock.
I'm Ryan Spletzer.
And I'm Lucas Ritter.
And we have a pretty interesting show for you today.
Yeah.
We'll be doing our beer segment live as opposed to pre-recorded because of North by Northeast. Today is North by Northeast.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh Lord.
So first thing we're going to talk about is Facebook Home. Did we talk about this last week? I think we did.
I
No,
think
we
we
didn't.
knew.
We talked about like speculation.
We didn't. We talked like 2 weeks ago. Last week was Easter.
Oh yeah. So just
Yeah.
last show. Excuse me.
I think we
last
talked
show.
about something was coming.
Yeah.
and
We talked about the speculation of Facebook Home, but they had an event. I don't know.
It was
a couple of days ago,
2 days
I guess.
ago.
2 days ago, sure.
Yeah.
And they announced Facebook Home, and it's all of its glory, all of its ridiculous,
Yeah.
unnecessary glory.
So, what Facebook Home basically is it's your home on Android. It's your own personal-
It's a home replacement for Android.
Yeah, it's making Android less about apps, more about people, more about real
Oh my
real
God.
human beings. The funniest thing is, well, basically what it is it's a new lock screen for your phone, basically, and an assortment of widgets and stuff, I would imagine too. But that
Widgets, yes.
yeah, widgets.
Everyone
But
loves
to be
widgets.
honest, I'm actually kind of happy they went this route instead of making an OS because I think that would have been a total disaster. But at least this way they don't have to. It's only for people that want to go get it, really. But the funniest thing is it turns your face. Your little circular lock screen
This is so ridiculous.
on the phone. It turns that where it's normally like a lock symbol. That's now
little-
your
yeah.
face, so you get to swipe your face multiple times a day.
Just
to
punch
unlock your
yourself in the
phone.
face.
What?
Yeah. So on your phone, like the little round unlock button is your face now. It's a little round circle with your face in it from your profile picture on Facebook.
God dang.
And as well as that, the notifications of Facebook show up directly on your home screen.
They're super persistent, and it's
Yeah.
really annoying.
Oh yeah, they come up all the time.
Like they were like showing how cool it was because the dude was like browsing a web page, and then like his face popped up in the top hand corner with a little 1 next to it, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's annoying.
yeah. And it'll like randomly show pictures of your friends or whatever on your home screen.
It's so
and just
ridiculous. I hope that all of my Facebook friends get this, and I'm just gonna start posting Goatsy
yeah, spam your friends.
with Goatsy.
There was an article.
Don't look that up.
Don't look. You don't want to know what Goatsy is.
You'll find out. Just get a Facebook phone.
There was
Be
an
my
article
friend.
on The Verge. The title was "Facebook Home is beautiful, but what if your friends aren't?"
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I mean? It's like basically the gist of it was like, do you really want these like crappily taken Instagram photos of your friends that make their way to Facebook, like showing up on your home screen just randomly, all the time? Like, do you want that happening? Like, yeah. So like, I kind of don't get it, but at the same time, there's certain aspects of this that they're implementing. The messenger stuff is pretty cool. I think I'd be totally okay if Facebook Messenger killed SMS and I could just use that to
I'd
call
be happy with
people
that too.
Yeah.
on Wi-Fi and text people that way, or chat with people. Whatever.
But then all that would happen is the phone companies just be like, "Oh, hey, let's just give you free unlimited text messaging because we can." I'm just like, like
They
what they're
would-
doing right now.
They would do that,
Yeah,
just
right.
to keep you using.
The only reason right now that they like have that they even charge you for it is because people still use it. Like,
Right. Text literally costs them nothing.
I'm going to find a way to spoof data packets of like mobile data as text
some guys that
messages
already
and
do
phone
that.
calls so that you can get free data.
no, there's guys that already do that, but the problem is that it's crazy slow.
Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah.
Oh, what the...
I saw a story about it like a year ago. It was awesome, but sad at the same time.
That's why two-factor authentication isn't great with text, because you can spoof cell phones.
Yeah.
You'd rather have it get your 6-digit pin through other means. But anyway,
Right,
so
right.
Facebook
Anyways,
Home.
back to Facebook Home.
Yeah.
It'll be cool for people who want it.
Yeah, if you're one of those people that's just like super jazzed about
Facebook. Like if you're like a grandma basically.
My grandma loves Facebook.
Exactly. Grandmas are always jazzed about Facebook.
grandma-
They think it's just the greatest
My
thing
grandma's
ever.
gonna get her Galaxy Note 2 and just throw this right on there and just dig it.
Can she even hold that phone up? Like,
I
It's a
don't
little
know.
heavy for her.
I was gonna say.
She has to use two hands. But
So do I.
That's what she said.
oh boy.
Let's not talk about grandmas like that.
Oh.
You're making me uncomfortable.
So I don't know. I'm kind of like I saw this and I was like, I guess parts of that are cool, but really at the end of the day, is this going to be picked up?
It's something I would never
It's
use.
the classic case of I don't know. I think Facebook just gets. I've said this before. Gets so high on their own supply, and they come
Yeah.
out with something like this is the coolest thing you could ever think of.
Yeah, we
It's a
literally
it's a
talked about
freaking-
this last month.
It's a freaking lock screen widget. Like, get over yourself.
It really is. I mean, it's just a home replacement.
Yeah.
And it's like overbearing. It's like super persistent. And you're just like,
Right.
God, get away. Like, I get my Facebook notifications pushed to my phone in my notification tray, and that's all I need. I don't need my face popping up on my screen every 5 minutes telling me that some random person who I don't even know liked my stuff on Facebook.
Right. And knowing how quick Facebook is to roll out new stuff, it'll probably be months before we even see this because I haven't gotten
Yeah.
Graph Search yet. I haven't
I
gotten
got
the new
Graph Search.
news feed. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did too, but I like completely glazed over it.
I keep seeing it in the top things. It's like, hey, check this out. And I'm just like, no, leave me alone. I hate you.
And you signed up for the beta test.
I did. I haven't used it yet.
This just did the HTC First phone, the like pure Facebook brand.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about that.
You
yeah.
can. Well, yeah. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
So on top of Facebook Home, they announced a phone which was expected because they kind of already tried to do this with the HTC Cha-Cha, which awful name.
That's a
as
better
a-
name than First.
As a Facebook, but First makes sense because it's a first Facebook Home phone. It's a phone that HTC created that will feature Facebook Home as its default launcher in skin. And
awesome.
and it's cheap, really cheap, because it's probably just going to be a little junker.
Coming to Boost Mobile.
I was just about to say that. Oh man, coming to Metro PCS and Boost Mobile only.
Oh, God.
I can so picture tons and tons of tween-age girls just picking this phone up. in
Oh
droves
man,
Oh, yeah.
and just
it's
post-
like
yeah.
kin all over again.
But
I think it's better than Ken.
there's
But kin was just
this report just came out that apparently you can revert to stock Android in lieu of the Facebook Home interface on the First.
all you would have to do is go to your application manager and
shut
just
off
clear
Facebook.
defaults for Facebook Home. You probably won't be able to uninstall it, but if you just clear the defaults, like
Yeah.
they almost have to make you be able to do that. There's no way they could avoid it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's just the way
But
Android's
let's be
made.
honest. How many people even know how to do that?
No one.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm sorry, guys. I've had a bad day, so I'm just depressed tonight, and I haven't drank enough yet. So
But it's kind of cool almost though that
It is cool.
knowing I'm not I'm not one of those people that's super jazzed about Facebook.
I
But
never am.
I get annoyed by Facebook.
It's kind of cool knowing that you could put that layer on top of Android if you wanted it.
Yeah.
Like if somebody cool like Twitter for example.
Twitter's
well,
cool.
although I don't think they would do a good job of it.
No.
I think they could think of something like this and do something like this. And it also opens up the avenue too for basically, other app manufacturers can come out with stuff like this now. Like Facebook, I think, kind of like took the reins and thought like, oh, we could do something with this. But I think we'll see a lot more innovation in the space now that Facebook has done something.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see other Twitter clients and app folks go crazy with this and figure out other ways to use it better.
You know what worries me though is that Google is going to see this and they're going to be like, we need to change Android to be more Google Plus centric, and I don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't know. Oh yeah,
they're gonna go there. I know they will.
Oh, they will because
it's only a problem if they force you to make it that way.
and they're going to.
Yeah, they probably will, but
Because they have to push Plus as much as possible because it's not getting any support whatsoever.
I don't really mind.
I like it.
Plus is
I got to
dope.
get back into using it.
My brother just called me with a Hangout today on my phone. And it was amazing.
Except for my mom just got Google Plus.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
By the way, if you circle me on Google Plus, I'll circle you back.
This
So
is
you
just
What is this, Tumblr?
Yeah,
Follow for follow?
follow for follow, man. Circle for circle.
I won't follow.
all right.
I won't circle you back. I'm on
Don't circle Lucas.
circle me.
Let's continue.
Put them in
on.
all your circles.
Yeah.
You will see nothing. Like literally, I don't use it.
I need
because
to. I really want to. I
It's
don't.
useless. I'm
So is
sorry,
Facebook.
guys.
It's just as useless as Facebook is.
Everyone's on Facebook.
Yeah, but I don't like half the people on Facebook.
Good point.
Let's
I
talk
just go on
about.
there for all my drama about who's pregnant.
Man, I miss high school. Okay, we're gonna continue on here, and we're gonna talk about something that we talked about last show as well. Windows Blue, which is now named Windows 8.1, which is an
Yes.
appropriate name because it's what 8 should have been, like I said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's got all the things you want.
Yeah.
Basically, you want it out of 8. You can resize the tiles.
That I think is just a cool list.
Yeah, much like
Yeah.
you can on Windows Phone 8
Can I just
right
say how sad it is? You can resize tile. That's awesome.
It
I
is
love
because
resizing
like,
things.
Like I do because it's awesome organization. I'm super disorganized outside of like my
Your
technology,
computer, yeah.
and then like my technology is just like everything has to be right. And like people touching my laptop, I'm just like grinding my teeth. Like get your dirty hands off of there.
Get away.
now. I get the feeling that this was what you're right. It was what it should have been if Windows 8 had not been so quickly rushed out the door. Yeah, I think if they had the time, this would have come with everything at the get go. But
Yeah, they definitely did rush
yeah,
it though.
they fixed a lot of the settings menus too, so that they're just a little more intuitive. Yeah, I don't know what else. Lucas, you probably know a little more.
I was
about
listening
it.
to Windows Weekly on my way here because I just haven't had a chance to listen to it in a while, and they were talking about this about Windows Blue or Windows 8.1. And the thing that I heard was they were talking about how they're doing a lot of work on the search functions, where now I guess people were complaining that when you search, like go to a start screen, start typing hello, and it searches across your entire machine for all the different things, but you have to select like if you want to search apps, settings, or files. And I guess now they're going to combine all three of those together, so it's all in one list, like what it was on Windows 7. And I don't know how I feel about that because I guess
I hated search in Windows 7. I really
You hated
do.
the Windows window key do whatever.
Oh no!
Oh.
Like I'm talking about like just their document search,
actual search,
like the index search. Ugh.
Yeah.
like I like the fact that I can choose which area I'm searching from, but at the same time the complaint is it's an extra click if you want to look for files.
Oh man,
Because it automatically
That
just defaults to looking for
extra
apps.
click.
Yeah.
People are lazy.
Yeah, I guess I kind of get it, and it'll be kind of nice because there have been times when I'm just like, man, it'd be nice if I didn't have to reach up here and touch this or click this to switch to a different file. But at the same time, It's nice to not have 5 billion freaking things.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
another rumor is that they're gonna start including like web suggestions and also web searches.
That'll
on
be
it.
cool.
Where
Except
that-
for it'll use Bing.
Bing it.
Yeah,
Bing it
but
on.
I used Bing the other day. It's awful. Like it just doesn't follow like standard SEO rules, and it's just super annoying.
It's kind of flashy.
Oh, for sure.
If you go to the homepage of Bing right now, it's just a huge freaking picture of like
I do really like that.
the
though.
Amazon or something.
I do really like
That's
those
not
pictures.
bad.
I like the pictures.
I have that set as my lock screen. I have Bing my lock screen.
Yeah, those.
It's awesome.
It's really cool because
I
it
like that
changes
because I
it
just
to the picture of the day. Except for this picture is awful resolution.
It's also animated too, though. It's kind of cool.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And
This
now
is
we're all
like-
looking at Bing's picture of the
But the
day.
resolution is not good.
No, it's not great.
Okay, mine is not updated. In a long
But
time.
you would think that Bing would want a good,
There we
a
go.
well-resolved picture.
Probably looks fine on a Surface RT.
No.
No, not even on that.
Well, it looks fine, but
Do we have anything else to talk about Windows 8? I feel like this was just kind of a quick
Windows Blue.
one over.
there really wasn't too much with it. I think it's going to be
We talked a lot about it last week.
It's
2
gonna be
weeks
a good
ago.
update.
That's true.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
It's a
I'm
needed
excited.
update, yeah.
Oh, we should talk about this. How much will it cost, or will it be free? What do you guys think?
I think it'll be free.
I think it'd be free for Windows 8 users.
I agree.
I think it's going to be
I
like an
agree as well.
SP1.
Yeah, I think it'll be free for Windows 8 users, probably like 20 or 30 bucks for Windows 7.
I guess it's also going to depend on if they add a lot of features with it, though. Like, if they change and add features, I could picture your $20 fee.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure they're going to make it free.
I think it's
because
going to be a free update.
they're trying so hard right now to get people to
They're
switch
just,
over.
exactly.
To
They're
this
just trying
style
to
that
exactly. They're trying to get people onto Windows.
There's no
8.
reason
Yeah.
for them to
Right.
charge for this.
I think Paul Thurrott put it like the best way on the Windows Weekly podcast is like if you charge for, you're automatically fragmenting the already
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
market of
Yeah.
Windows 8
Yeah,
users.
exactly.
So it's like, well, just give it out to people, let people
Yeah.
have it.
All right.
Well, it'll
Yeah.
oh, God. I actually have something to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I don't
What
know
is
if
it?
this is related to this. I probably would have been a better opener, but so I was in my Calc 2 class and we had a sub. I hate that class because I'm retaking it and I feel just mentally retarded that I'm
Calc 2
retaking it.
sucks.
Yeah,
It did suck.
I took it my freshman year.
But I'm just the laziest person in the world, so yeah, it's exactly. But we had our professor was Mr. Tom Wells, and he's telling us
Tom Warren?
No, not Tom Warren. I
Uh-oh.
wish it was you, Tom Warren.
Are
It's
you
like he's
listening, Tom Warren?
Tom, are you listening? Anyway, and he's talking about, oh yeah, my kids, once they hit 8th grade, they're homeschooled and they're gonna be at the same level of math as you guys are. I'm just like,
What?
F off. Just shut up. I don't care. And he's just bragging about all this, and another, and then he
That's
starts
really
going on this
obnoxious.
rant about how Apple products are naturally more intuitive, and if you hand a 2-year-old kid an Apple like iMac, they will understand it.
Yes.
Where they won't understand a Windows machine.
Yes, a 2-year-old will understand an Apple machine. Does that mean that all adults in the world need to use
Trust
a
me.
Apple machine
Trust me.
that is designed for fucking 2-year-olds?
Going to community college has made me understand that no devices are intuitive. There will
then, okay.
always be idiots.
And I have
Well, I find personally Apple the settings menus in Apple
Oh,
devices.
they're atrocious.
I don't understand them. I don't get it at all. Like the way everything's laid out, it's not in the place I would even guess it to be.
Yeah, they are
like,
atrocious.
And like, I didn't want to get into it because all of a sudden other people started talking, and then I felt like we are all doomed as a society. Because just one kid's just like, yeah, it's at least you're not using Microsoft. I effing hate Windows 8. Like, oh my God, that's the one reason. Like, one kid was just like, give me 3 reasons why I should use Apple. Because there was one kid in the class who's just like, I don't want an Apple computer because I don't have that money. And then the other guy's just like, why would you want to use Microsoft? Windows 8? And I'm just like, shut up, kid. You're in high school. I hate you. Why are you here?
You should
Oh, he's
just
one
like
of those kids from
yes.
high school.
you
that
should have
just
like
do-
pulled his still beating heart out.
I would,
And then him and this
I
one
would've
chick were
loved-
passing notes the entire class, and
Oh, that's cute.
then he was sitting there like playing with his pencil, like bouncing it off the table, and I wanted to run over there, grab it, break it in half, and
Should've-
shove it in his eye.
You should have pulled his still beating
I
heart
was
out.
I would
so
have
angry.
I would have loved to be in your class and just debate that kid
I did it with a professor before because he didn't believe me that Nokia sold more devices than Apple did in like 2009.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I was like, and he's like,
but
in
I
the
just wanna
entire
go to
world,
sleep.
he's like, in the entire world, Apple has sold more mobile devices than Nokia has.
In
And I was like,
2009.
In
I was like-
2009, yes.
I was
It's
like-
not current, but
I was like,
yes.
no, that's not true.
I had that
he's
guy,
like,
and he
he's
drove me
like,
crazy.
yeah, the entire world. I was like, that's not true. I was like, look it up.
Most people.
He's
don't-
like, I have the data right in front of me, and I was like, in the entire world, you're telling me that the number one handset in all of Europe sells less than a device that's only out in like 5 countries?
Yes.
There's no chance. And he looked it up, and he's like, this data must be wrong. I'm like, it was
shut
like
your
it was like
mouth.
on Consumer Reports, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Most people don't know or don't realize that when the iPhone first came out, it was $600 freaking dollars.
Yeah.
It was like it was just like it ran on the Edge network. It didn't have 3G. Like it was like an expensive like
Feature phone.
feature like that didn't like
It was an
have the
expensive
data to
Nokia.
back it up. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it was really kind of like not in anybody's range. And even after that, they lowered it, but it was still like $400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time
Yeah.
until it's finally now it's like what $300 if you buy it on contract.
People need to like.
Well, you can buy an iPhone. It's like you can get them for $200
Yeah.
on contract.
People need
The
to open
newest-
their
the
eyes.
newest iPhone?
Seriously,
Yeah,
people
but
need to.
for 16, yeah, it's the 16 gig, and then they have you can get an iPhone 4 for free now, and a 4S is $100.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
need to open their eyes.
Yeah.
Think different like everyone else, right?
Yeah, right. Think differently.
Like everyone
Okay.
else. All
Well,
right.
I'm sorry, guys, that I hijacked everything here, but
That's
we can
all right.
keep moving on.
I
I just this came
No,
to my
that
head
was a
about this
good-
ranting.
That was a good side. I would have loved to be. Man,
I love getting in those kinds of debates.
If I
Yeah.
wasn't so angry at the world already, I just put my head down and said, "Everyone, just shut up, leave
Yeah.
me alone."
Okay, we're gonna. Ryan and I discovered this 2 days ago. The Twitter app just updated for Android, and it's hollow-fied. It is really pretty.
It is really nice. It's
It is
very smooth.
It is really pretty.
I am pleasantly surprised. I don't have my phone next to me. Shoot, where did I put it? But anyways, I was pleasantly surprised by this update. I did not know this was coming. I got a notification for updates a couple days ago. I'm like, oh, new Twitter update. Oh, like it's probably some BS. But after I saw what was in the update, I was like,
Yeah,
oh
it is.
my God.
It's gorgeous.
It's still no TweetDeck, but it is something much better than was there before. What was there before was just like, ugh.
It was just so outdated.
It was outdated. It was that cross-platform BS that was like, oh, we're gonna make it
Yeah.
look the same on every device everywhere. So yeah, it's much better now.
which you can't do now because all these mobile operating systems are like they have their own design languages and you
Right.
have to follow those.
You have to fit in, even though they kind of messed up the. Well, did they do a good job with the Windows 8 app?
It's not terrible. I don't
Not
mind
terrible.
I don't.
It follows
mind
it follows the design language though, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, good for them. I'm happy.
We talked about it last week, though.
Yeah, we did. That's
Remember,
right. Yeah, we did.
I have it installed on mine. I still use Tweetro instead of it, but it's really not terrible. I like it's the way it looks on when it's just snapped to one side.
Yeah,
But
when
when
it's
you have
like
it full
when it's in like the
screen-
third panel.
Exactly. When it's just doing the quarter or third or whatever, it's okay. But once you get it full screen, if you're just looking at your timeline, it's really annoying because the timeline takes up the whole screen. It's just like a bar in the middle, and then there's just dead space on either side, much like their webpage. But anyway, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Twitter's webpage is atrocious. Whenever I see like my friends, I love you friends, but seriously, why are you tweeting from the webpage?
I
Like,
tweet from like Twitter for web when I'm just like on my laptop and I just want to like shoot a quick tweet out.
Yeah.
I'll just like pop over because I don't use any desktop clients.
Not even TweetDeck?
But the guy that doesn't listen to this podcast and we hate, Rudy Lazily uses the Twitter homepage like religiously.
Yeah, I just use it when I'm like, because I almost never tweet from my computer. Like I'll be on
Well,
my
yeah.
computer. If my phone is like in my hand, I will just go to my Twitter app on my phone.
Yeah.
I see no reason to ever use my computer for Twitter.
True.
Well, yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I sit at a computer all day for work, so it's like I'm already at
Well, right.
keyboard, but
Yeah, and that's the nice thing also is if you're on I like using a keyboard.
I do like a keyboard. I even text people using a keyboard because I use Google Voice, and 80% of the time when somebody texts me I'm just like, well, there it is. I can just respond right on my computer.
I'm just going to say how I'm killing our list right now, but the Q10 is going to be released in Europe in April.
The what?
Is it the BlackBerry?
The BlackBerry Q10.
Yeah.
Oh, the keyboard one.
The only keyboard phone left on the planet.
Man, I
really hope they succeed is all I have to say.
want to live in a
won't.
world where Google comes out with a stock Android Nexus device that has a full-fledged QWERTY keyboard.
Did you guys
That's the dream
hear about the Z10 and how they were bragging because it sold like over 1 million devices, but then they found out it was some Verizon distributor that bought 1 million devices.
It was just a
It was a distributor that bought they just bought 1 million devices like right at launch.
Well, that was
and they were
smart.
like, we sold over 1 million devices, and they're like, yeah, to a middleman.
Man.
They sold a decent amount of units, so like they didn't they were below expectations, but what do you expect nowadays? Like, I'm sorry, it's so hard for a third party.
Well, yeah, they were just
for a third ecosystem.
They shouldn't have screwed up, and they should have never left because then they would still have stake in the game. But they just lost all their stake because they were gone for so long.
Well, yeah,
because they really had like the enterprise market on lock, and then when they were basically done, because I actually like a lot of my dad's friends were using. Like they would have to use BlackBerries because all of their developers for their companies, they would make BlackBerry apps because it was just like there was no like fragmentation when it came from one device to another. Like they all used the same application and there were no requirements that said differently.
Yeah.
And so like all their developers learned to code for BlackBerry and then they like all switched over to iPhones because all their devices were 4 years irrelevant. So.
Right. That's the same way it is in my work. Everybody that is like cares about having work on their phone has an iPhone and does it that way. I know a select few people that have like Galaxy S3s that do it that way because our work just recently started letting those in because they have the 256 AES encryption. And you know that, have you ever seen Mobile Iron? Do you know what that is?
Yep.
Like it's for those folks out there that don't know, it's basically the software that runs on iOS that in case your phone was lost, your company could wipe it.
Right.
You know,
right.
So sensitive stuff doesn't get out there. That same sort of software is baked into Samsung's software now.
That's what I don't understand is why there's not a lot of like phone manufacturers that bake Cerberus in because that's something that you can install through the bootloader.
Yeah.
And it boots like as a background application Cerberus on your phone and you can access it anywhere through the web and do what you can wipe the device completely and lock the ESN.
Right.
Like it can never be used again.
I think for most companies I think that would work and I don't know why they do it. At my specific company they just don't. It doesn't meet their security standards.
Cerberus is like the most secure thing.
No.
Android.
Like they want the device to be totally encrypted.
Right.
Which.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why don't phone manufacturers just bake it in?
I wish they did.
Yeah,
I hope the next Google Nexus phone has baked in.
I guess if you look at it, Samsung, their encryption is just unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
It's just insane.
The thing is, I guess what I've heard from other people is that you can get encryption on other Android phones. It's just that they slow to a crawl when you put it on there because it's done all through the hardware and the phone just can't handle it very well. Takes a lot of cycles. But anyways,
okay.
So that was a lot of tangents there.
Yeah, sorry. I couldn't.
Well, since we're still talking about things that we talked about 2 weeks ago, we are just going to continue and hate on Google Keep because it's just awful, doo-doo awful.
So
I still haven't touched it, so
doo-doo.
guys go on.
Touch it. And here's why. I gave it a full trial. Like I put it through the ringer. I took a Sunday evening. I took all of my tasks that were in Gmail tasks and I copied them over to Keep. I said, I'm really going to give this a try. There's a mobile app for it. There's like an interface for it on the web, which I'll get to in a second, but I'm going to really give this a full try. So I got all my lists in there, all my tasks lists, and quickly I realized, oh, hey, I can't put due dates on any of my tasks. That sucks. Therefore, I can't have any tasks show up on my Google Calendar like I used to with Gmail Tasks. In Gmail Tasks, you can have tasks that you set dates on, and those will show up on your calendar, and you can check them off in a visual manner with your calendar, which is
This
amazing.
is just pitiful.
Yeah. Not only that, you can't have subtasks. So you can't have it like 2 child tasks under a parent task, which you can in Google Tasks.
That's so stupid.
You can't when you check a task off, there's no option to clear deleted tasks. You have to check off a task, and then next to the task is a little garbage button to like delete it. And it's like, why can't I just press a button to delete completed tasks? That doesn't make any sense. Also, the note capabilities really suck. Because there's no tagging on the notes at all. So there's like no way to get stuff back that you put into it, like by search. Like it'll search the words inside of your notes, but there's no way to just like tag something with key topics to bring stuff up. No organization for any of the notes. It's just all in this flat interface. And not to mention the web interface blows. Like getting around in that thing
awful. Is
really a sucky experience. The mobile app isn't bad, but like the web interface, I don't know what the hell happened there. It was so bad that I couldn't deal with it, and I have actually switched back to Gmail tasks now full time again.
Are they dropping tasks?
No, they've never said anything about that. I would imagine they'll integrate Gmail tasks into Keep at some point, or vice versa. Like Keep will become the new Gmail tasks or whatever.
Right.
But they need a lot of work there if that's going to go anywhere. I feel like it was so rushed out the door and just such a tragically flawed. The mere fact that I can go make a list of stuff and have subtasks and whatever, and also put due dates on them, and then also attach emails to a task. If I'm in an email in Gmail, I can say create a task out of this email.
Right.
That task has that email attached to it for reference. Also, I can put a due date on that task where that task shows up in my Google Calendar. There's this level of integration there that is just amazing. It makes it so much more useful so that I know like how to prioritize my stuff. But with Google Keep, it's just like, I don't know what they were thinking there.
Yeah.
I don't get it at all. And I know a lot of people are fans of like other ones. I should mention OneNote is a big one. I've never personally used it.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. I really love it. I think it's
a lot
such
of
a
people,
great application.
a lot of people like OneNote. OneNote is very pervasive on a lot of platforms. It has a lot of apps, even on Android and iOS.
And they're really pretty apps too.
Yeah, they work well. The OneNote team has put a lot of work into that. And obviously Evernote. I can't praise Evernote enough highly.
Yeah, I don't really think anybody can. That application is just unbelievable.
Yeah. I have this because they block Evernote at work. I can't use the application.
That's stupid.
It's really dumb. But I get around it by emailing it to that email
to
thing,
your Evernote,
to my Evernote whatever thing. And then I can organize it later. But that's literally how I remember stuff.
Do they have a reason on why they blocked Evernote?
Nah, it's just they're weird.
That's strange.
I'm sure there was just some big website blocking package that came with something.
That just seems like the weirdest website to block.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. But I deal with it.
I make it through the day.
Although I do have remote desktop now, so I can by the way, this should almost be an app pick. There's this cool app in the Chrome Web Store. I'm just going to talk about this for a second. You can what is it called? It's called Chrome. I think it's Chrome Remote Desktop.
Oh, and it uses the Google Talk API?
I think it does. Yeah. Yes. It's so sweet.
When I was trying to do that tip of the week, and I was having such an issue with it, that's all the apps that I were reviewing, like Pocket Cloud. They use the Google Talk API to communicate between two computers.
Yeah, it's amazing. You just have to install it in Chrome on whatever computers you want a remote desktop to, and you can just fire it up. And I do that at work. If I need to get to my home, Tower PC or my Mac or whatever, I can just go right to it.
It's such a crazy sweet thing.
Yeah,
that it like uses Talk to.
Yeah, it's awesome. It makes my remote desktop so much easier because I've used like other things like Hamachi, which basically do the port translation for you, so that or the NAT traversal, whatever you want to call it. So that, it negotiates the port that it's listening on if you want to do like a remote desktop with the normal utilities like remote desktop from Microsoft and all that. But it still just doesn't work as well as the Google Talk API because I don't know, something about that. It just works really, really well.
Because, it's just all you have to do is be connected to the internet, and that's it. Really.
Yeah, and it handles the rest.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah. So good on you, Google, for doing that, but get rid of Keep.
yeah.
I guess we kind of have a special since it's springtime here. This is something that we tech savvy people really try to like get into the minds of those who may not be as tech savvy, and that is spring cleaning your devices.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about a few things. First, we're gonna talk about your PC, your home computer, whether it be a Mac or PC, how to keep that thing clean. You know, these are like this task takes a day to just get it over with.
Yep.
And then you can keep the software installed to schedule regular cleaning. And then we will actually talk about devices, mobile devices after that. So first things first, more than likely your PC has a lot of software and things that are on it that you don't ever use, but you never uninstall, and your computer is probably just slow. Actually, been working on one this week that is just like, I've just like been uninstalling programs over and over and over again. That's all I've been doing.
It seems
right
like
now.
people, and it really, I can only blame folks that like Oracle that push out a Java update every once in a while.
Oh,
that
like
comes
every other day.
And it's like, do you want to install the Ask Jeeves toolbar?
Oh my god!
And of course, people just click.
They
right
just
through,
click next, yeah.
And all of a sudden, they have this Ask Jeeves toolbar.
I'll be honest. I used to accidentally do that every once in a while, and eventually I just got
Internet
so
Explorer
pissed off.
is like half of the window is just toolbars.
Yes,
Stacked
because you'd have
toolbars.
Ask Jeeves, you'd have like
Google,
the
Bing.
Google toolbar, you'd have the Bing toolbar.
Yahoo.
Smiley lol emoticons.
Gary got that installed on my laptop one time, and I wanted to kill
I'm
him.
gonna open Internet Explorer sometime and
I just want to see how many toolbars I
see
can
how
get.
many toolbars you can get in there.
just like get the universal toolbar installer
So
and
it's
just like
no web page. At
it's
all.
just all toolbars.
Oh my god.
Ugh, icky.
Gross.
Well,
Because toolbars are totally relevant still.
Yeah.
exactly.
Toolbars need to die.
How were they ever like
You couldn't
useful?
search through your.
You couldn't go to Google on your browser?
Well, it was easier because you just had a search box right
convenient,
below
I
it.
guess.
Back in the
but-
day, Internet Explorer used to just have a single address bar,
Yeah.
and there was no search in it, and they didn't have another search box like Firefox did.
Yeah.
So it was like if you wanted a search bar, you had to.
And also, it had like favorites and things like that in there.
You had to go to AskJeeves.com.
You gotta go.
You
had
could get your horoscope from your toolbar.
You had to go ask Jeeves
Himself,
a question
yeah.
and say, "Mr. Jeeves, where can I find?"
Oh
this?
God!
Where
No,
can I
we're
find
hitting
this
nostalgia here.
creepy Asian? Never mind.
I'm gonna go to Ask Jeeves now.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Jeeves.
Hey.
Which?
Hey,
which-
Mr. Jeeves.
Hey, Mr. Jeeves. I'm looking for this Korean StarCraft player.
Do
That
you know?
All I know is her APM is off the charts.
her APM is just like. Yeah.
That's all I know about
She
her.
can move her fingers so fast.
She's just got crazy APM.
Mm-hmm.
That APM.
Dat APM. Just imagine.
Okay.
So spring cleaning.
So
Your first option on Windows is this little application called Revo Uninstaller. That's Revo Uninstaller. Because if you use like your run-of-the-mill just uninstallers that came packaged with your installation, they don't get rid of a lot. They leave a lot of files and registry keys and all that behind. And that can really slow down your computer. And it can also like give you registry errors, and certain system applications may not work because of it. So using Revo Uninstaller, you go with their most aggressive option, and it digs through your entire file structure and your entire registry structure and finds everything that's associated with that program and that program only.
Yep.
And then gives you the option to delete all of it.
Always pick advanced.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
couldn't remember if it was an advanced or aggressive, but yeah,
I think it's
advanced.
advanced,
Advanced
yeah.
is the one you want, and you just want to get rid of all of it because that'll really help you speed up your computer. It'll get a lot of stuff off of your hard disk. It may not be big per app, but if you've got a lot of applications you're uninstalling, then it's definitely helpful. It'll get rid of a lot of space. And then after you've done that, we recommend the application CCleaner. No, CCleaner, excuse me.
Yep.
And that is made by Pear Tree Software.
Oh, wow. I didn't even remember that.
I think. It's another free application, and that one you can schedule all your all your different things. It'll defragment your hard drive. It will clean up temporary files and temporary internet files. You can set it up to go through your registry and check for errors and try to fix them. What else can you do with that?
That's about it. The main cool thing with CCleaner.
It's so hard to say.
It was with CCleaner. I think they got it from as in your C hard drive.
Right.
But basically, the cool thing with it is so we're talking about Revo in terms of uninstalling stuff and getting rid of the registry keys associated. If you've already uninstalled a bunch of programs that you didn't go through the Revo method prior to this, that means you actually do have a bunch of registry keys just kind of floating out there that aren't associated with any program actively installed on your computer. That's where CCleaner comes in, because it will say, hey, look at all these registry keys of past programs you uninstalled that don't even need to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Can I delete these?
Yeah.
And you just say, yes, please.
Please do.
And the other thing is too is like if you use Microsoft Word or basically any program that you're opening and editing documents, they have your recent document list, and that actually uses up quite a bit of your processes when you're running those programs, because it's checking to see what documents have been opened recently, and it keeps that information stored, and you can actually schedule to delete your cached version of your
stuff.
recent documents. So
That's smart. I never knew that.
Yeah, that cleans up quite a bit too.
Okay. One more thing I just remembered. One more other app that is really good is Glary Utilities.
Glary Utilities, yeah.
There's one in there. There's one specific function in there that I use, or I like to use, and it's actually a registry defragger. Or something.
Yep.
I think that's what it is. So it'll actually defrag your registry.
And this is also another free
prime and fast.
Yeah, this is another free piece of software.
Yes.
You could honestly get away with just using Glary as over CCleaner. It pretty much does the same stuff.
Does a lot of the same things.
And there's portable modes of both of them, so you don't even need to keep them installed.
Yep. Put them on a flash drive.
Yep. Which is great, because that'll take up less space. And so Revo Uninstaller, links will be in the video description on YouTube for both of these applications. And then Ryan's got, for those OS X users, Ryan's got a little application.
Dirty OS X users.
Yeah, you dirty girl.
Speaking of dirty OS X users, I can imagine how dirty your library folder is with all these freaking assemblies that got left over from your apps that you just dragged to the trash can like a dirty whore.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, this escalated quickly.
But if you want to not be a dirty whore anymore, get AppCleaner for Mac. It's got all the things you need. Basically, you just fire AppCleaner up. The same thing applies for Mac. Mac doesn't have a registry, but it does have a libraries folder where even if you uninstall a program, which in Mac means literally just dragging the app to the trash can, it'll leave over all these little pieces of files and stuff that you don't need, and that just kind of dirty up your computer. What is that? Anyways,
caster.
So basically, AppCleaner, it's available in the Mac store. Go download it, and then the next time you need to uninstall a program, instead of doing it the traditional way, drag the app to AppCleaner. It'll find all of the files and everything associated with that app, and you just say delete please, and it's gone.
Delete please.
And
can I say that?
Please delete.
Yeah.
Please, Siri. If I tell Siri, please delete my library folder, will she do it?
Delete plus.
Yes. Siri, please wipe my Mac.
This could only end well.
I wonder if that would actually. I'm curious now.
Anybody else have any other applications
we
that
need
are
to
useful
play with
for cleaning?
your iPad later.
Oh, jeez.
Any other?
I never set up that
Siri?
functionality through iCloud because iCloud is a piece of garbage. But anyways,
yeah.
I'm sorry. My goal in life today is just to get all you guys messed up.
Lucas, do you have any applications for cleaning
I
computers?
really don't, because I'm a terrible person and I don't clean things. Like today when I brought my because I brought my desktop to Ryan's house today when we were recording, and I walked into my car and I literally just blew all the dust off of my fans. It was sad.
Oh boy.
Have you guys ever used like the voice search on Google?
I use it all the time.
Is it good?
I use it mostly for commands though.
I want to see that.
Note to self. Do you use that a lot?
No.
You can literally just press the voice thing and say note to self, and it'll send you an email. Or
all right, I want to see this later tonight.
It's cool. It's really sweet. I use that all the time. The other thing I use all the time is navigate to. If I'm in my car, I hit the voice thing. I say navigate.
Yeah, I've used that before.
But in terms of voice search, restaurants once in a while maybe.
Yeah, I want you to demo that for me. Later.
Actually, I can talk about an app actually.
What is it?
Foursquare. It's gotten a lot better.
We're talking about cleaning right now.
I know we are.
Well, we'll talk about Foursquare in a minute.
Have they updated their design recently?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. We'll talk about Foursquare in a minute. And it does look really nice though.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Because we do have one more thing, and Lucas will make Foursquare the app of the day.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh boy.
That's right.
So I just have this huge issue.
Huge issue
with a raging issue. Like this issue is just rock hard. It is.
Oh my! Your issue is raging so hard.
With mobile carriers and their idiot sales clerks that know nothing about their job or their products that they're selling.
Every week, I think you have do you like go to these stores and like antagonize these people on purpose?
I do it at Best Buy a lot.
Okay.
I do it at Best Buy more times than I should. It's unhealthy the amount of times I go and
I went to Best Buy and I asked, "Hey, do you guys have the Z10 in yet?" And the guy gave me a Z10, but it literally felt just like a slab of plastic. I'm just like, "Oh."
It probably
cool.
was just a demo device.
I think it was just a demo device. I'm like, "Well, this is nice."
Yeah.
Thanks.
I really like antagonizing these people. No, I just have this issue because it took me years to get my parents like off the notion. What I'm talking about here is mobile task killers. It took me years to get my parents to realize that they're the most counteractive things in the entire world. And if you have a mobile task killer, just stop. Don't ever use it. Because they're just worthless and they actually do more harm than they help. Because kind of try to explain this here. It would make sense that they work because what you do is you have your mobile task killer that's running. You open it up and it shows all the processes that are running in the background that you're not using. You click kill all. Usually that task killer is included with it. But then if you notice, about 5 seconds later, that task killer pops back up in your notification. Because every single one of those apps that you killed, probably half of them are persistent apps and they run at all times no matter what.
And actually, I have a funny thing to add to this. Nick, hold down your home key for a second.
I'm running a stock ROM right now.
You already have your phone. Oh my God.
I had it rooted in ROM before I activated it.
Well, if you have a normal like stock running Galaxy S3 or probably Galaxy Note, any Samsung phone right now.
Current gen Samsung phone.
That's running Android 4.0 or 4.1.
Yeah, I'm putting S-Voice on my...
See on the one hand?
Yeah.
Google has a built-in task manager.
Yeah, they do.
Swipe it away.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. And you can go in and like you can choose which things to uninstall. You can force stop things, and it's just...
Thank you, Matias Duarte.
People at Verizon, and I'm sure other carriers, think that it is so necessary that you get these applications, but really, that's just another application that's running in the background and just forcing CPU cycles. Because when you close out of all those applications, your CPU cycles up again.
You wonder why your battery life sucks.
Your battery life is worse because you're using a mobile task killer. So I just want you, if you ever go to Verizon and they tell you to install Android Task Killer, whatever, 2.0, punch them in the nuts and tell them he's worthless.
And then punch him in the nuts again.
And if he gets off to that kind of stuff, leave.
Just walk
go to
away.
the nearest Altel.
Yeah.
Oh, but they don't exist anymore.
My grandma has an Altel phone.
Report them to the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, please. And please. Yeah. Because they're just worthless.
Yep.
Don't use task killers on any device. That's PSA for the
We were
day.
talking about Altel today. Like, I
What?
looked at my grandma's
How
phone
is, like,
today, and she
Altel's-
has a Nokia Altel phone.
Well, yeah, because like they just run on
Yeah, I
Verizon's
know.
bands.
No, they're AT&T.
Verizon bought Altel. Yeah. Because a friend of ours was through Altel. I'll show you. I spelled Altel wrong though. Lucas, talk about your app of the week.
My app of the week.
Because we're gonna. Let me quick say this. Beer segment this week is actually gonna be live, so you'll have to check on our YouTube channel to see the beer segment.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
What? Wait,
told
but
you.
Verizon bought them.
No. AT&T bought them because my dad used to have an Altel bag phone in the van.
Altel integration with Verizon Wireless. AT&T to acquire all. What the front door? This title is AT&T to buy Altel. Wait, didn't Verizon already buy Altel? Because I know people who were Altel customers, and then Verizon bought them, and they went to Verizon, and now they're Verizon. Like Whitney was a previous Altel customer, and she is now a current Verizon customer.
Well, I look at it right now, and I see, like, I'm on Altel's website, and they have a Samsung Galaxy S2, a phone that was never on Verizon, and would have never had their bands, never was CDMA. Actually, it was Sprint.
Oh, they didn't buy the company; they bought their networks.
Ah.
All right,
Anyway,
talk about Foursquare.
I'm just gonna talk about Foursquare really quick.
Foursquare.
I like using it a lot because I can find. I don't know. It's kind of nice if I'm in a foreign city because it's starting to get a lot bigger.
Foreign city. What do you
Foreign
like?
cities.
Are you fishing in Baku?
Yes. I don't think it would have very many choices there, but it's just kind of nice. Like, I like these location apps where I can walk into, like, Detroit and be like, I'm feeling like I kind of want to find a nice... And I've never liked Yelp. I've never liked going on Google and looking for places.
I didn't mind
It just
Yelp.
hasn't worked for me.
I didn't mind using Yelp when we were in
pretty good.
Ypsilanti. I didn't mind it
Yeah,
at
I
all.
know, but, like...
It was good on suggestions.
Yeah, it's... But anyway, Foursquare, they just had a pretty major redesign, and now it's just... There's a lot more data on screen. The one thing that really annoys me, which I don't know why it's our app of the week right now, because I was just wanting to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But like if you walk into a place or whatever and you open up the app, all of a sudden it just has like this notification. It takes up the full screen. You have to exit out of it. Like I kind of get it, but it's kind of annoying at the same time. And right now my phone just hates me. But the other nice thing is just they have the Maps integration right in it, so you can see where everything is. It's a lot faster, and I like it a lot better.
Cool.
The old one was it was okay. It worked, but this one you can see a lot, which I don't care about really the social stuff of it because I don't care that my sister checked in at some
Why don't
place in
you?
Texas
I care.
3 hours ago. Or that Trevor West checked in at Southwest Florida International Airport. Everyone, go rob his house.
Yeah,
'cause he's a
Trevor West
ginger.
isn't home. Rob him.
I
I hope he gets
I
robbed.
have to be honest. I like never open up Foursquare.
I don't ever use it.
Like
I use it quite often. so.
I use it when I go.
I live in Frankenmuth.
I use it when I go on vacation somewhere and I'm like at some place cool and I want to let everybody know about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like
That's when I
some
use it,
people
too.
some people have
See,
compulsive needs to check
I don't.
everywhere.
I don't
but-
see like Lucas.
I check in Hooters every time I go there.
See,
I'm
I
there.
just don't understand. Like, I would much rather use an application like Yelp as opposed to Foursquare because Yelp is more like it just seems more useful to me. I don't care where I'm checking in because I see no like practical use for that.
There's
but
no
like
benefit.
if I'm like on
I also
Yelp
like that I can
looking-
check in at Chili's and get a free appetizer.
See, that's I find that just weird.
And also,
But-
if you check into certain restaurants, they have a partnership with American Express and MasterCard, where that they'll give you like this little deal if you use a Amex or a MasterCard.
Oh, that's cool.
Like they've got little,
okay.
they're starting to
But-
get location deals.
Like when we were in Ypsilanti, like a month and a half ago, however long ago that
I
was.
found the worst bar.
It was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh.
Like I used Yelp the whole time down there, but it was cool because it never failed us. Well, the first bar we went to, it kind of failed us. That was creepy.
Yeah, that
it
bar
was just
really
like
not good.
We went the first bar we went to. I think it was just called like the Tavern or the Tap Room or something like
It was
that.
the Tap Room,
and
yeah.
and like all the suggestions on Yelp were like, this is a pretty sweet college bar. Like all the Eastern students go here.
It was
It's
not
pretty
a
cool.
college
We
bar.
walked in there and I was the youngest person in the bar.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like by half of everyone
They were all
else's age.
older than Bobby.
They
the
were
old guy in our
like
group.
everyone there were like in their 40s.
Yeah, it was sad.
It was creepy, and so we were just like, gotta drink. But you know what though?
Their drink
I got that
deals
gin
weren't
and
that
tonic.
terrible.
It was like $3.50, and it was a triple,
Yeah, your drink.
It was like
literally just
pure
straight
gin. and it was like $3. It was a good deal.
Anyway,
Yeah.
more about Foursquare. I like the redesign. You guys should probably just check it out, look at it real quick.
I was gonna look at their web interface.
Yeah, I've never used their web interface, but anyway.
Well, I'm assuming it's
that's-
probably pretty much the same as.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Cubs.
But anyway, that's my app of the week.
Cool.
Okay, Ryan. Quick question: are we
Yeah.
going to append the beer segment onto the end of this, or are we just gonna do it as a separate file altogether?
we were. We were gonna live stream.
Well, right. Let's just not do a beer segment, and we'll just have it a separate file.
Yeah.
It'll just be easier in terms of editing and that.
Yeah, it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watch our YouTube channel for beer of the week. We'll be
beer
live
of-
streaming. We'll be live streaming that probably in about 15 minutes
Yep.
or
Not
20
for when
minutes.
you listen to
but
this, but-
yes. For people who are literally living in the past and somehow are listening to this, yeah. So we're gonna live stream.
Tom Warren, we're talking about you.
I love Tom Warren. He's just got such a sexy accent.
Yeah, he does.
He really does. So yeah, it's gonna be our wild card showdown because this is North by Northeast. It's really exciting. We're gonna be doing some live streaming today and tomorrow, and we're making the website. Yeah. So check out our YouTube channel for that. Both today, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday. Again, this episode won't be out till like Monday. So look at our YouTube channel for those videos. Other than
In the
that,
future, watch our YouTube channel because you never know what'll show up.
exactly.
Yep.
So
We'll tweet about it.
my name's Nick Smock. You can find me on Twitter at Nick_Smock.
My name's Ryan Spletzer. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Spletzer.
My name's Lucas Ritter, and you can find me on Google Plus.
At Lucas
You
Ritter.
should circle him.
I think it's
Lucas
plus
Peter
Lucas
Ritter.
but yeah,
Yeah. Circle Lucas Ritter. Put him in all your circles. Stalking.
that'll be more useful than my Twitter
Yeah.
account. So just do that.
TechBuzzed.com is our website, which we'll be working on this weekend, North by Northeast. Super
Hopefully
exciting.
It will be done by the time this
We're
posts.
gonna try to have the website ready by the time this posts.
If I'm here
Hopefully.
for anything, it's gonna be for motivation because I don't
Yeah.
know how to make a website.
Yes, you're gonna learn though.
I will.
TechBuzzed
Cry.
at TechBuzzed is our Twitter handle. Facebook.com/TechBuzzed is our Facebook page. We don't really post that much in there, just occasionally.
Whenever there's a new episode.
Yeah, you can email us at techbuzzpodcast@gmail.com, and youtube.com/techbuzzpodcast is where you are watching this video. Maybe. And myspacehome.com/techbuzzed is our MySpace page that has never been updated ever.
Yeah, I tried to log in and I couldn't.
You forgot the
Kinda
password.
What?
The password is in our accounts folder.
And you forgot it? Or you can't do it?
None of our notifications will show up on MySpace Home now. Like, what are we
Yeah.
supposed to do?
I
I'm
know,
sorry,
man.
we
My
just
Palm
alienated,
Pre is
like,
so
half our
naked
users.
without MySpace Home updates. All right, everyone. Hey, thanks for listening. Check us out. North by Northeast videos. You can find them probably directly above this video in our uploaded list or below it.
Just watch all the videos that you see on this page.
Yeah, just watch all of them and use like YouTube spammers to
Yeah,
crank our
thank
views
you.
up. Sweet. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.